Why do people hate lawyers quite so much? It is a question that is as old as time itself, and I have the answer. People hate lawyers because of their ability to draft or speak in such a way so as to say something that is 100% factually correct, yet totally misleading. And that is also why people hate fake news. Viva Frei, Montreal litigator turned YouTuber, and we are now entering week 6 of the lockdown. And you will notice a slight difference from my video of yesterday to my video of today. I got something of a haircut done by my kids. Check out the video right here.
This Corona fro
is unacceptable.
Who wants to cut daddy's hair?
I'm the radiologist.
Don't worry about it. These are all going in the wash afterwards.
Oh dear.
I am not saying anything new when I say that people have the tendency of hating lawyers. There is an expression that 90% of the lawyers out there give the other 10% a bad reputation. And people have reflexive, almost instinctive negative reactions when asked what they think of lawyers in general. Being the son of a lawyer, the sibling of lawyers, being a lawyer myself sworn in 2007, I have had over a decade to fully appreciate why it is that people hate lawyers. And I believe I have found the answer. The ultimate paradox of the answer, however, is that most people hate lawyers for the very same reason some people love lawyers. In my humble opinion, the reason why people hate lawyers is because of their ability to draft or speak in such a way so as to say something that is 100% factually correct, yet 1000% misleading. While most people hate them for it, some people love them because of it, because they get to use that skill for their own personal benefit. And that is exactly why people hate fake news. I've done a bunch of videos on fake news and the tedious exercise that we as consumers have to go through in order to make sure whether or not we are reading is in fact true or fake news. I'll post a playlist to my fake news themed vlogs right here. Give them a watch when you have a chance. They will be insightful and educational if I do say so myself. But we, the lowly citizens of the world, the hoi polloi consumers of the news, actually have to go through this very exercise with every single story we read, regardless of what source it comes from. This morning, while I'm sipping away on my cup of coffee, as I have been doing for the last 6 weeks in what feels like a never-ending Groundhog Day, I'm surfing through Twitter reading some of the news. And I come across a story from CNN with a headline and a caption, the drafting of which causes me to ask some questions right away.
CNN, the most trusted name in fake news.
Now, full disclosure, I might be a little more suspicious when it comes to CNN, but I am nonetheless extremely suspicious when it comes to any news outlet. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, Breitbart, True Pundit, whatever. I am suspicious. But I read this CNN headline and the caption text beneath, and I immediately know exactly what is going on. 3 weeks after Tesla CEO Elon Musk said he had obtained more than 1,000 ventilators to help California hospitals treating patients infected with the coronavirus, the governor's office says none of the promised ventilators have been received by hospitals. And some trusting, unsuspecting, and or naive readers might come away from reading that caption saying Elon Musk promised ventilators that he never delivered.
You son of a bitch.
But being suspicious, being somewhat cynical, being a lawyer who knows that it is very easy to draft something that is 100% factually correct yet 1000% misleading, I was immediately drawn in here by the active and passive tenses used in the same paragraph. 3 weeks after Tesla CEO Elon Musk said he had obtained more than 1,000 ventilators. Said is an active term that attributes an action to an individual. The governor's office says none of the promised ventilators have been received by the hospitals. Have been received is a passive description that does not attribute any action to any specific individual. And here what we have is a very subtle sleight of hand in that we have an active description of an action that is directly attributed to Elon Musk, followed by a passive description of something that is not directly attributed to Elon Musk, but suggested to have been. And it is a curious way of describing a situation. Elon Musk said something didn't happen, and we are led to believe that it didn't happen because of Elon Musk. But being suspicious, being cynical, and being a lawyer, I know exactly where this is going already. The headline of the article itself reads as follows: Elon Musk's promised ventilators never delivered to California hospitals, governor's office says. And then we have to actually go read the article to see the full extent to which this is absolute fake news. Tesla CEO Elon Musk said last month he had obtained more than 1,000 ventilators to help California hospitals treating patients infected with the coronavirus, an effort Governor Gavin Newsom hailed as, quote, heroic. Now, more than 3 weeks later, the governor's office says none of the promised ventilators have been received by hospitals. Why is the author still using the passive sense to describe the fact that the hospitals have not received the ventilators? It is to suggest that it is somehow attributable to Elon Musk when it in fact is not. At a March 23 news conference, Newsom said the devices which can provide life-saving support to patients infected with the coronavirus had already arrived in Los Angeles and were now on their way to hospitals in need. I told you a few days ago that he was likely to have 1,000 ventilators this week, Newsom said. They they've arrived in Los Angeles, and Elon Musk is already working with Hospital Association and others to get those ventilators out. It's a heroic effort. Shortly after the dramatic announcement, Musk said in a tweet, China had an oversupply, so we bought 1,255 FDA-approved ResMed, Philips, and Medtronic ventilators on Friday night and airshipped them to LA. If you want a free ventilator installed, please let us know. But despite the claims, none of the ventilators promised by Musk have been delivered to the hospitals, according to the governor's office. The drafting of this article might lead certain people to believe that Elon Musk is not a man of his word, that he made promises and didn't fulfill them, and that he left California in need of 1,000 promised ventilators. This is why people hate lawyers, this is why people hate fake news, because they have the ability and the propensity to make statements which are factually correct, but nonetheless totally misleading. Unless you look into it and find out you're being misled, you will be unwittingly misled. Elon Musk promised 1,000 ventilators. They were delivered to the state of California in Los Angeles. On March 23rd, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, said that they had received the ventilators and they were on their way to being distributed to hospitals in need. Apparently, according to CNN, as of April 16th, the ventilators have not arrived at the hospitals, and CNN is suggesting through the passive drafting of the sentence that this is the fault of Elon Musk and not, say, I don't know, government inefficiency. As a pure matter of fact, it's actually not entirely clear whether or not the hospitals have begun receiving the ventilators, because people were posting pictures online of hospitals having received the ventilators that Elon Musk promised. So setting aside the accuracy of that statement of fact, even if it's true that the hospitals have not yet received the ventilators, CNN is trying to pin the blame on Elon Musk through the passive use of the term received, when in reality the ventilators were in fact received and were in fact in Los Angeles, acknowledged by the governor Gavin Newsom, and they were allegedly on their way to the hospitals as per Gavin Newsom's public statement. The most likely reason the hospitals may not have received all of the ventilators they need that were in fact in LA as of March 23rd might have something to do with government inefficiency, but the media, which might have a vested interest in protecting the governor's reputation of California, might look to pin the blame on someone else, the big bad man Elon Musk. The big bad man who promises 1,000 ventilators, buys 1,000 ventilators, donates 1,000 ventilators for use in the state of California. He's the big bad man that CNN wants to blame. And Elon Musk is not putting up with it, and good for him. He responded with a few choice tweets. And you want to know what getting ratioed on Twitter looks like? CNN's original post had something like 8,500 hearts and 2,500 retweets. Elon Musk's response to that original tweet had close to 80,000 hearts and 16,000 retweets. The free and unfettered exchange of ideas seems to have a way of allowing the truth to rise to the top. Elon Musk actually posted another tweet, which was an actual correspondence between someone from Tesla and someone from the Department of Health Services, confirming that they had received the ventilators, had done testing on them, that they worked great, and they were going to put them into use tomorrow. So while Elon Musk was in fact making good on his promise and Tesla was in fact trying to help Californians, CNN was spending its time trying to smear the guy for doing something good. I don't know when or why the media decided that they no longer liked Elon Musk. I think it had something to do with that tweet war he got into with Vern Unsworth during the Thai cave rescue, which led to a lawsuit and defamation, which I did a vlog on. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to link it right here. Give it a watch. Tradition, you make the best apple cranberry cocktail. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Well, it appears as though my video breaking down Vern Unsworth's lawsuit against Elon Musk has been demonetized. Confirmed on appeal, limited or no ads will be running on that video as originally published on YouTube, which is why I have taken the time to re-edit the version into something of a YouTube-friendly, monetizable video. It seems as though I have used one, if not more, of the terms not to be used even when reading written pleadings on YouTube. It seems I should be following the lead of other YouTubers and actually using code words to not use the bad words so that we actually live in a grade school environment on the biggest video hosting platform on earth.
I won't do it. I will not do it. I am stubborn, I am stupid, and I am stubborn.
But some in the media have decided that they no longer like Elon Musk, and they're going to go out of their way to try to smear him through factually correct statements which are nonetheless totally misleading. I don't think this could possibly rise to the level of a defamation lawsuit against CNN, but who knows? This is America. Crazier defamation lawsuits have been filed. But one thing is for certain, this is textbook fake news and the most insidious kind, because everything in it seems to be factually correct, but it is phrased in such a way so as to mislead deliberately. And it highlights the tedious effort that we as consumers have to go through in order to make sure that we are not being misled. That was another lesson in how to read and digest fake news. If you like my videos and you like my content, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and drop a comment in the comment section below because it feeds the algorithm. If you know someone who you think would appreciate my channel, share my channel with them. If you want to support the channel, all of these support links are in the pinned comment below. If you haven't seen my most recent vlog, it was actually walking through the Joe Exotic pro se lawsuit against a bunch of people. Joe Exotic from Tiger King on Netflix original series. If you haven't seen that vlog, I'm going to link it right here and give you a 15-second teaser as to what's in that vlog. So Joe Exotic, the guy that pretty much everybody in the world now knows from the Netflix original series Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness, has filed a pro se lawsuit against multiple defendants, and I've got to say, this pro se lawsuit illustrates the fundamental risks of pro se lawsuits. Viva Frei, Montreal litigator turned YouTuber. We are now in week 5 of the global lockdown, and I'm thinking that I am actually going to let my kids cut my hair today. And now you know your vlog. Peace out.